So you got cut from your high school program, or you got cut from an independent ensemble. Maybe you're afraid of auditioning for an independent group because you're afraid of getting cut. You're afraid of what's gonna happen, and if you get cut, you don't know why you would get cut. Well, take it from somebody who has been on the side of the instructors where, I evaluated talent to see if this person, auditioning was good enough to march in the ensemble I was teaching, right? So I narrowed it down to the top 3 reasons why somebody would get cut. Now, here's the thing. I think these reasons are interchangeable, so I don't think there's like a number 1 statistical reason why somebody would get cut, but I would order them like so, okay? But again, take it with a grain of salt. You can't kind of interchange these, okay? So number 3 reason why somebody would get cut is because lack of resources, lack of time resources, lack of financial resources, right? So time resource, let's say you're in high school and you're like, oh, I have so many AP classes, I don't want to give up my summer, I don't, and all that stuff, right? And it's like, you don't want to give up the time to practice, to learn the audition material, to learn the warm-ups, to learn the technique. And you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna cut myself because I don't want to give up that time. Okay, I don't have any time resources because it needs to be allocated towards something else, right? What about financial resources, right? So it's like, if you want to march an independent group, it can cost thousands upon thousands of dollars to march, right? So you would cut yourself because you can't afford it. Or you would go to audition and then it's like, all right, time to pay your dues, and it's like, you can't. You would get cut for that as well. Does that make sense, right? So that's the number 3 reasons why somebody would get cut, or they would cut themselves, okay? The number 2 reason why I think somebody would get cut is because a lack of fundamentals, okay? So fundamentals is key. Like, you can have a lot of chops, you can have a lot of skill, but if you can't play in time, if you can't march and play at the same time, if you can't have like good sound quality and good technique. Now here's the thing, all these things are correctable, but some people come in having that good fundamental knowledge. Does that make sense? So those students are a lot easier to mold and a lot less time consuming to turn them into the group that you want them to be, versus like somebody who doesn't have good fundamentals and you kind of have to take a lot of time to work with them, which is okay. But if you are presented with a choice, if you were in an instructor's position, what would you choose, right? So I think lack of fundamentals is a huge reason why people would get cut. So now, number 1 reason why somebody would get cut from any ensemble is a lack of experience. Let's say you are a middle school student and you want to audition for a high school group, right? So like, unless you have a robust, marching band program, it's really hard to gain that experience when you are, just playing concert band music the entire time, in your middle school, right? So you would be at a severe disadvantage going up against students who do have that experience, right? Or what about, like, let's say you want to audition for the Bluecoats, the Santa Clara Vanguard, the Blue Devils. Unless you are really freaking talented, going straight from high school to drum corps of that level is extremely rare, okay? So it would serve you well to get experience marching, like, let's say, an open class group or a lower, scoring group. Does that make sense, right? So, like, most of those cats who march those top level groups have some sort of drum corps experience already, okay? So in those situations, experience matters. So you may get cut because you don't have the experience, right, to be able to play at a really high level, okay? Now, what I am offering you today, if you want to audition and make those groups, or you got cut and you want to make it next time, is I offer you a chance to really shore up your fundamentals, okay? I can't do anything about your experience. Experience is something that you have to take care of. You have to go and march, but you need to audition, right? Make groups that, are looking for people who have good fundamentals, right? In order to gain said experience. Does that make sense? Okay, so I offer you a chance to learn your fundamentals by clicking the link below in the description. Check it out and see what we offer in terms of like how we can help you. Me and my friend Wei Yuan Pan, we created something that can help people out. Now here's the other thing. We can't help you if you lack resources, okay? But think about it this way, all right? Like, resources is something that, you're gonna need in order to get to a certain level. A lot of times people say like it's like there's a barrier, okay, of lack of resources, and then they can't do something because that barrier exists and they give up. The same thing, like, if you want to march drum corps, oh, there's a financial barrier, oh, there's a time barrier, oh, I can't do it. I can't, you know, make the thing I want to make because, you know, there's something that's stopping me, and then they quit. Well, you know, that's one reason why people aren't successful in life, right? So you have to make a choice to see if you are willing, okay, to break through that barrier, to break through that thing that's there as an impediment, right, to your success. Okay, so if you want more information about what we offer, click the link in the description below. You'll see what we're talking about, okay, and then we'll take it from there. Hopefully we'll see you on the other side, and catch you later as I enjoy this iced tea. Don't litter. Peace.